This video is sponsored by Blackology Coffee Company.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Angela from Honey and Hustle, and on this episode I traveled down to my hometown, Columbus, Georgia, right next to Phoenix City, to speak with Kevin and Bonnie Rehrman of the Georgia Soap Company. I've been a huge diehard fan of Georgia Soap Company for some years now. I actually only exclusively use their soap since about 2016, so I'm very familiar with their business, very familiar with how they work and their products, and I just love what they're doing in the community and love the products that they create. So I was really happy to get down to Columbus and have them on the show. In this episode, I physically will not be in it because of social distancing and just in their office space, it was a little bit tight. It just really wasn't possible to have a 2-camera setup. So I just decided to focus on them and have them tell their story for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you again to Blackology Coffee Company for sponsoring this video. I hope you check out some of their winter items, their hot cocoa, their holiday coffee blends, all those great things. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Check them out, Georgia Soap Company, and we'll jump right into it.
I'm Bonnie Rehrman, and I am the co-owner and co-founder of Georgia Soap Company. And we started the company in 2010, early 2010, after I had experimented with making homemade soaps and other body products in response to our daughter, who had very sensitive skin, had eczema, and I had started doing some research on the products that we were using on her and decided that I wanted to make products that didn't have a lot of those harmful ingredients. And so after a lot of failed batches and a lot of experimentation, we decided and agreed on a direction that we wanted to take a company. So there was a set of ingredients, a big set of ingredients that we said we would never use. One of them being soy, one of them being fragrances. And we set forth to make a company that we would be proud of and that we felt safe using on our family.
And so I'm Kevin Rehrman. I'm also the co-owner and co-founder. And so when we started making our products, it was a response to our daughter's eczema. There really wasn't a truly all-natural product that was out there. A lot of the products had a lot of heavy preservatives and synthetic ingredients and fragrances. Even though they really said that they were all natural, they really weren't all natural. And so it was almost like an accident with the company. And because we were just trying to help our daughter with her eczema, and then we started giving it to friends and family, and they loved it, and we did like one little market days actually, and we made it like $100, and we were like, oh my gosh, what cool. And then we did another show, and we ended up making more, and so we're like, hey, we may be onto something. And that's, we used to call our daughter the Earth Baby. And so we started the company as Earth Baby Soap Company. And because she was the Earth Baby. And so, but when we started the company, as Bonnie said, is we wanted to do the right thing with the company. What we believe in is we don't believe that products should be full of harmful chemicals. But so that's why we started making these products. But then we wanted to take it a step above, and there were so many. If we're going to start a business, we felt like so many other businesses, people spent their hard-earned money, and they didn't treat them the way that they should be treated. And so we said that we were going to create this company, and we were going to operate it by the golden rule to treat people the way that we want to be treated. So you'll see that we go above and beyond with our service.
I mean, we considered quitting because we were just so invested in the name Earth Baby and what it meant to us and what it meant to our followers. And so I remember walking out of that attorney's office, and we just both felt so dejected. And then it was actually maybe the next day or so that we both slept on it, and we said, you know, this could actually be pretty good. I mean, Georgia Soap Company was available. It takes a little bit longer to get that type of a trademark because it has a location as part of the name, but it actually was available for us to try and grab, and so we decided to do that. And right away we started to see some pretty good return from that, because when people look for natural products, they might say soap, natural soap in Georgia. They might Google Georgia natural soap, and of course we were immediately one of the first things to pop up. So I think it really helped our online business.
Yeah, and so one of the things is that, as I said, that we wanted to be above and beyond with our service before, is with Earth Baby, a soap company, we used to call our customers Earth Babies. And so we'll still get some of our veteran customers that will say, hey, I'm an Earth Baby. And so we wanted to call them Earth Babies because a customer they're not just a customer, they're more to us than that. And we really care about our customers. So we call them Earth Babies. We felt like that would, signify that they're more special than just a customer, and they're not just a customer. They're important to us. And when we switched over to Georgia Soap Company, our whole vision was to create this big company, and we want our products to be made in Columbus, and so everybody was like cheering us on when we were Earth Baby Soap Company. And you're probably wanted to put, when we created our logo, we have Columbus in our logo. And so that really meant a lot, and it was kind of like thanking everybody for all their support.
Like our commitment to Columbus, like, hey Columbus, we're still here, we still see ya.
Our products are made in Columbus, Georgia. They're made in the USA, so that is amazing.
Yeah, I always say, hey, did you include your love note? And yeah, that's we have a lot of people that comment on that, and it's something that we just gotta keep doing. Sometimes we have Nyla write them. Yeah. So
I mean the love notes are really important to us. I mean, it takes extra time and everything, but like I said, we really want to go above and beyond for our customers. And so doing that little love note just shows that, hey, thank you so much. The biggest compliment to us is when you buy our products. So I wanted to, write a little note to them. Now, as we get bigger and bigger, as I really want to keep those love notes too as well. I mean, my hand is starting to get tired now, but if we get big enough, I mean, maybe hire some interns as well to kind of to write some of these love notes. You always have to
be the one to do the love notes.
Or they're going to be doing everything else. They're going to be doing everything else because my hand's going to fall off. Yeah. Because some of these letters, I write some long letters sometimes, but it's pretty cool. Yeah. Started in our kitchen, so I used to make these little cedar boxes to make the soaps for molds. To make the molds for her. And so we started in our kitchen, and then we used to let them cure like in a room within our house there. They cure for 6 weeks, so it takes a long time. And so we had Nyla. I mean, she's small and everything, and then we started expanding more and more, and we actually moved out of that house. And so then we moved to a new house, and then we just got so lucky.
Into an old house.
Yeah, into an 1840 house. And so the house next door to us, that went up for sale, and that was like a 1900-ish house. And so we had Nyla, she was small, and we needed more space. So we used to make our products. We bought that house, and that's where we would make our products out of that house. We wouldn't have any, we barely had heat. I mean, we had to keep costs down. AC, we were running on fans. We were portable heaters when we're there. I mean, we were bundled up, and it's crazy the things that we would do. And we were just all on the adrenaline from believing in this company. And then when people say, hey, you guys are awesome, or we love your products, that really gives us the energy, to keep going. And so now we've been in business, we're over 10 years. And so we feel we can't give up. And we're the manufacturer. And so now we just wholesale it to the Posh Peach. We've been with them since they started and everything, and they're amazing. I mean, they're family to us. And so we go out of our way for them, and they go out of their way for us. They're real loyal to us, and we appreciate that.
There was a time though that we were really doing it all. Well, we were trying to grow the online business where we're at once the manufacturer, the wholesaler, and the retailer, and then we were doing consignment as well. And then for several years there was, I think I counted 75 or 76 take up and take down shows that we did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did shows all over the place.
We would double and triple dip on the weekends. So we did all the Made in the South ones. We did Hummingbird Festival, the Georgia Cotton Picking Festival, the
Christmas Made in the South.
Yeah.
Christmas Made in the South, all in the whole tour. So they're all in different states. And so, yeah, I mean, we were doing 70 something shows in the year, and plus we had full-time jobs, because it's, you don't realize how much money that goes into a business. And so the good thing is that we were working full-time jobs as well. So when we talk to the customers, we can really be truthful with them and say, hey, try our 4-ounce body butter, and if you like that, then you can move to our 8-ounce, and it's like they're like blown away, because don't you want to push this thing, 8-ounce. And
Kevin's been known to have a pretty big heart though too, when somebody comes up to him and they're they obviously need our product, and he's like, gosh, just take it.
Yeah, we see so much eczema and so much psoriasis. It's crazy. The products that are out there, I'm telling you, there's so much preservatives, and they want it to stay on shelves forever, because it's about the money. It's about making money. And, we just believe that money will come by doing the right thing. Now, it's a lot slower process than, but we can sleep at night. As long as we can sleep at night, that makes us feel good.
So, I mean, as a result of that, though, we've had to turn some things down. We had to to pull back on some things that we thought that we wanted to do in favor of doing something else. Like, we had actually gotten into a boutique hotel, and I mean, it was the biggest compliment too. We went through this whole design. We came up with
huge hotel.
We came up with our lotion as a response to that need.
Yeah.
So our shampoo, conditioner, and lotion came about because we actually got into a hotel.
Yeah.
And it was a subsidiary of the Hyatt. And so really, really super excited about that. They agreed the volume was going to be huge for us, and we just thought we're just rolling in the dough.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started really, really looking at the numbers and how much they needed us to come down on the cost. And then we realized that we would pretty much just be working to supply this one hotel because of our process in making it. It's at the time, very little of it was, or none of it was automated. We at least have some labelers now that we can use to label some of the bottles, but yeah, at the time it would have just taken all of our time, and we would have just been making a fraction of a cent per little bottle. And so
not to interrupt, but so in response to that, you know, we had that big hotel, we couldn't produce. So it's like we got this hotel, this big hotel, early in our process and everything. We got them too early, and so we couldn't produce because we didn't have the equipment. You know, everything was so manual, and if we would have had to do that manual, we would have been losing so much money. Our hands would fall off and everything like that. So it's unfortunate that we had to go back to them and tell them no. And this was a huge deal that we were gonna have. And so that kind of woke us up that, hey, we need to think bigger and think, you know, we don't want to lose a deal like this again. And so that's when we started expanding and thinking bigger. And that's where we started, you know, trying to do more, not so manual. We still do a lot that's manual. However, out of that deal, we did end up getting the state park deal, like FDR State Park, and so we are doing their hospitality products for FDR State Parks and a lot of other Georgia state parks as well. Yeah. And I can't say enough about FDR Park. The park ranger, Desmond Timmons, is amazing. And I met him because we did a show. It was probably our worst show ever that we ever did, but I met him.
Was it snowing?
And yeah, it was like all kinds of stuff. Nobody was even there. And but I met Desmond, and we just bonded so good, and we've had our products in FDR State Parks, and we were able to do that, but we weren't able to do this Hyatt hotel. And so that kind of got our feet a little wet and knew that we needed to get bigger.
To just explain for anybody who doesn't know, so America's Mart is where people go for B2B deals, so business to business deals. So that's where companies like us, or even bigger companies, will go and meet buyers for retailers. And so, yeah, our first America's Mart, and it's very expensive to do as well. I mean, this is something that you really hope for a return on your investment. And
we took a big chance. We took a big chance by going there and investing a lot of money, like you said.
But our first, I guess it was probably our first or second day, we met buyers from Bed Bath & Beyond. Actually, it wasn't even a buyer. It was some vice president of marketing, and he saw our product and really, really liked how it looked. It looks very similar to what it does now as far as our packaging, but he was really interested in the whole homegrown, Georgia-grown product for his Georgia stores. Yeah. And so you and Suzanne had gone off for lunch and just left me there by myself. Funny. And then they came by, and I'm the most introverted group of the bunch, or person of the bunch, and I had to suck it up because I was like, "Ooh, this is the opportunity of a lifetime."
But prior to that, is we put together an all-star team, and so we had me and Bonnie, and we had wonderful salespeople that had a lot of experience as well. We had a production manager, and so we were kind of like in the midst of moving here from moving from the soap house to here. So we put this the production manager that we have is incredible. I cannot say enough about him. And then his wife as well. And so we had a great team, and so that's really important to put together a good team. It really matters having that team. And so Bed Bath & Beyond, Bonnie spotted Bed Bath & Beyond, and so he kind of was looking at our product, and then Bonnie just started talking to him.
Completely out of character for
Yeah,
me.
completely, because she's an introvert. And so, you know, he was interested in our product, and then I want to say one night he called and said that a buyer was going to come tomorrow. However, we need for you to totally redo your packaging and doing the look. And so we were like, oh my gosh, you know. And that's where we had the all-star team, because all of us came together. And Bonnie really, I mean, she had to do the graphic design part. She's, you know, we wear many hats, and she's just been an amazing graphic designer for us.
Thanks.
Yeah. And so they gave us the call at maybe like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and said that they were going to come in the morning, and they needed the whole redesign. So we like stayed up most of the night, probably almost all the night, and we redesigned our packaging, and we sent it to them, and the buyer loved it. And so then they started putting us in like some test stores.
Well, I mean, there was a lot that went in before we could do that, though, because we were thinking that this was in July. So we were thinking that maybe by the following July that we would be able to get in time for the following holiday season.
Yeah.
But they wanted us in for that holiday season, which they're going to start buying for in just a couple of months. And so we hustled, and we figured out the whole barcode thing, which was
a whole
not
nother
easy.
arena.
We figured out the EDI system, which is a way that big companies order from vendors like us or like anyone. So it's kind of this whole, I don't want to say underground, but kind of a whole thing that not a lot of people know about it. It's something you need to subscribe to. It's something you need specialized equipment for, and it's a set of rules that you have to follow in order to. And it's specific per company too, so they have their own requirements and how they want you to box and label things so that they can receive them properly in their shipping and receiving department.
Yeah.
But so all of those things, and then producing the volume that was needed, and then we got it out in time for Black Friday.
Me and Bonnie, we got computer background. We got our production manager who's had experience in producing large amount of volume. Now our soap takes 6 weeks, so it's like, okay, we gotta, if we run out of soap, we're done. And so we get penalized if we don't produce. We got SLAs, service level agreements that we have to meet. There's all this stuff that we had to learn, and it's amazing just what, all this stuff. Like, we look pretty relaxed right now, but holy cow.
It's a different stage. It's a different arena to sell at that level with that volume and that expectation. And then also we had specialized displays made that would fit on their end cap. So we had sheet metal displays that
just shipped one out today. It was like this one, but it was really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was
really
sharp. I sent one out today.
We were just sure that, or we were very hopeful that we're going to have to just order 1,000 of these. But we started off with 30 of them.
Yeah.
And so they were sheet metal displays that perfectly fit.
We had to design them too. So you designed.
I designed
these things.
Yes,
so I'm like, you're having to do all that too.
But success is fleeting. because it's always, well, what have you done for me now type thing. And so what we've learned is we can reach these milestones. Like I remember at one time in the beginning, our dream was to have our own store. And then we got our own store. We're like, okay, well, now what? Well, we got to keep it open. We got to keep it clean. We got to keep it stocked. We got to keep it staffed. And so what we've learned throughout this process, including getting the Bed Bath & Beyond deal, it's like, okay, well, we need to keep them ordering. We need to introduce new things. We need to keep our product fresh. We need to change out our labeling. So what we've learned is you can't sit idly by and just collect money. That's just not how it works. No. And so you just can't be complacent. And I think that's probably one of the biggest lessons we've learned too is
you're always thinking of the next step. And so my brain is always going, and just always thinking of, how do we stay ahead? What's the next step? What do we need to do next? And I'll tell you another thing is that, God was watching over us. We don't use God as to say, hey,
to market our products
or anything like that. But God has really looked out for us, because there was times when we were gonna quit our job and just open up this store, and it would have been a terrible move.
In hindsight, that would have been the biggest disaster for us financially.
There was times when we wanted to give up because we were so tired and everything, and our family has sacrificed so much, as that. But we always been good to our family. We've been family people, but God has really led us, and we kind of listen to Him, and He's put things in our path. And there was times when we were just going to give up, and then all of a sudden we get a call from a company or something like that, or Bed Bath & Beyond.
Or someone gives us a 5-star review or something. It could be something just completely small and seemingly insignificant, but those comments that we get, or when somebody leaves good feedback on the Square app, it's like, oh, I love it. I live for it.
We've had people... So we have had people come crying to us and how we've helped their eczema and psoriasis many, many times. And there's people that swear to our products how we've changed their life. And they've been suffering with eczema and psoriasis for so many years. And even some of these dermatologists couldn't even, they would give them steroids and everything. And we look at trying to hit the root cause in a lot of our products. Like I said, it contains so much chemicals in there. We're not making any medical claims. We can't make any medical claims or anything like that. But we have really seen people, just the testimonials have been amazing. And so, but we still do market days. And so that's where we started. And so we never thought that we were going to be too big for our bridges. And so I like to go to market days. I've been doing market days for over 10 years. And so I've had so many friends from market days, and I know everybody on the streets, and they come up to me and they, I love making them smile and make them happy and just act crazy, and I like to get their feedback about our products, and I just really want to be involved in the community. And so I do market days still, and just to stay humble.